to save your sister, to save your uncle. It just wasn't something I was willing to do. If anything taught healthcare workers what we mean, it was COVID. It was COVID. Taught us a lot. Taught nurses a lot. Does the healthcare system care about you? The answer is a resounding no. But yet we get up every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, we don our scrubs, we clock in, and we take care of your loved ones every single day. But it's about more than just taking care of your loved ones, because this is why we do this. We do it because we want to. It's about the system where we need to take our power back. Because whereas we might enjoy what we do, the system does not love us. And it was COVID that taught us that. So I said, when I saw the amount of money that I could make in the foreign exchange market in an hour, compared to picking up an extra shift and busting my tail for 12 to make the same amount of money, I said, oh no, this is what we need right here. This is what we need right here. Because this is not anything else but the money that is going to give us our power back. Because the healthcare system says to you, I will pay you an extra $50 on top of your base pay to come in and work 12. Well, ma'am, I just made an extra $150 in 30 minutes. What else you got? Mm-hmm. Do you really need me? Because I'm worth way more than just $50 extra on top of my base pay. I just saved your grandmother's life. I just broke several ribs saving her life. I just restored her pulse. And you telling me I'm only worth an extra $50 on top of my base pay? I don't think so. So when you put yourself in position where you can take your power back, then they will show you, I need you. When your manager reaches out to you and says, hey, can you come in and work extra today? Your response is, what's the incentive? Why do I need to come in? Why should I come in on my off day? When I can sit at home on my computer and make twice as much as what you're offering me with dealing with less stress. Because I have leaders like Stefan, I have leaders like Alex Lugo, giving me trade ideas that's gonna make me an extra $300 while I sit here in the comfort of my home with my pajamas on. So make it worth my while. You understand? So this is why I am so passionate about sharing this with these nurses, these techs, these other healthcare providers, because you are being abused. And in most toxic relationships, you don't even realize you're being abused. It takes someone on the outside, it takes that friend who every time you call her, girl, or whatever the case may be, whoever your confidant is, and they tell you, you need to get out. Because you can't see it. I am here, OBG is here, Stefan is here, Lakeisha is here to tell you, you have an option. You have a choice. Now, whether or not you make that choice, that's on you. But my girl Casey here just made $300 during her shift the other day. She texted me the other day, she said, look at me go. I said, look at you go. And she's not even been in OBG. How long you been in OBG? A month? Not even a month. I don't think you guys are understanding what I'm saying right now. She hasn't even been with me a month. And she made $300 charging during her shift. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. My girl Tanya here. We just funded her account yesterday. How much you made, Tanya?
I ain't going to bet what she made. That's not fair.
But you made some money, didn't you? And that's all that matters. That's all that matters, because regardless if Casey made $300 and Tanya made $30, what did I say was going to happen with that $30? It's going to become $300. What's going to happen with Casey's $300? It's going to become $3,000. You see? So it's not really about the amount. It's about the consistency. It's about the discipline. It's about the ability to listen and click. okay? So that's why I'm passionate about my nurses, because we need a way out in order to stay in. Am I clear on that? Can you decline that phone call, please? Just, is everybody understanding what I'm saying? Yes. Now let's talk about my other vision, my other passion, called Global Muslim Investors. What I realize in the Muslim community, we are afraid. We live a very rule-driven life. A lot of cans and a lot of can'ts. We are a very spiritual people. We put God before everything. Everything. God is always our first reference point. But what I realize is that there's a lot of ignorance that lies within the Muslim community for this very reason. We are scared of investing. Is it gambling? We don't gamble. Is there alcohol involved? We don't drink. Where's pork? We don't eat pork. There is a fear that lies within it. But what is the cure to fear? Somebody say it for me.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Education is elevation. And we as a community, we have to put ourselves in position to receive proper knowledge, because it is not gambling. There's no alcohol involved. There's no pork involved. It is perfectly fine. But in order to understand that, you have to put yourself in position to receive proper education. So my goal, working along with my mother here with Global Muslim Investors, is to share with the Muslim community, because let me tell you guys something about the Muslim community. When we finally move, we move. But that fear is almost crippling, because we don't want to do anything that's going to be displeasing to God. Okay? So that is my goal and my vision with Global Muslim Investors, is to help Muslims get the proper knowledge and education so that they know that there is room for them in this space. Does that make sense? So those are my two missions and visions that I wanted to share with you guys, and I thank you guys for the opportunity, letting me share that. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? As again, I always say, Lakeisha, thank you. Go ahead, question.
So your vision is to, regardless of nurses, regardless of the Muslim community, your ego is for them to make money.
Yes.
So there's money.
Yes, that is the end goal. Thank you, Lakeisha. That's a great question. The end goal, regardless, is to put you in position to make money. To make money. That is it. To better your situation financially and to better your situation educationally. And this is what we have been blessed with here in OBG. Like I said earlier, this amazing opportunity that Alex Lugo has created is helping thousands of people. So the question to my guests before you leave here today is, you have a decision to make. My mother went over everything with the news, with BRICS and the direction that it's going. Are you going to be proactive or are you going to be reactive? All right? Thank you, guys. You got a question? Got a question? Sorry, wait a question.
For the people who may not know, what does it mean to be a diamond executive?
So so IG is a company that we are a part of, okay? Now, just like any other company, they give you incentives when you share with other people, okay? When you buy a car, the reason why that salesman is rushing to you is he's gonna get a commission when he sells you that car, right? The new wave of marketing is network marketing, social media. Many of us who already have other businesses and other things we want to share with other people, you do it via Instagram, you do it via Facebook, you do it via Twitter. So if you are a business person, you understand the value and the importance of social media and network marketing for your business, okay? So he asked me about being a diamond executive in the company. What that means is that I'm helping people in the company grow. And so just like Ford, IG says, thank you, Lakita. Here's a commission for you. That's all that is. So when you are a forward-thinking person, You understand that the direction that the economy and the world is going, that the new wave of sharing your product is not with a flyer. The new wave of sharing your product is not with a commercial. The new wave of sharing your product is not with a business card, because I can tell you right now, I've got so many business cards stacked up at home, it ain't even funny. The new way of sharing your product with other people is word of mouth. That is the new, anybody disagree? Anybody disagree? Happy customers create more customers. And if you are a business person and you do not understand that, therein lies the problem. If you do not understand that happy customers create more customers, and to incentivize, let me go back to my nurses for a second. Then I'll wrap it up. Thank you. That was an amazing question. When they want us to come in extra, what do? They give us what? An incentive. Why? What does let's break that down a little bit more. What does the word incentive mean?
Money. $18 on top of your base.
No. No. The word, the Webster definition, the word incentive, what does it mean? To entice. To give you a reason to want to do something. When you share your Cash App link, when you share your Robinhood link, when you share your FX Sway link, these companies give you a commission to give them more customers. Do we understand that? So iGenius is no different. You share your Cash App link, Cash App say, here, $5. Thank you for sharing it with your friend. Appreciate it. Robinhood says, here's another stock that you can select. Thank you for sharing Robinhood with your friend.
Yeah.
Why is iGenius any different? I need somebody to tell me that right now. What makes iGenius any different?
They just give you more.
Thank you. They just give you more for sharing. So that is what it means to be a God incentive.
Wait, maybe I can do the no mic thing. Let me see. Well, I don't know. I don't want y'all to feel like I was screaming. Because in my class, I have to like, listen. I know y'all hear me up here speaking, so I do have that teacher voice thing going on. But you guys give a round of applause for Lakeith. When she speaks, I be like, I might want to be a nurse just so I can quit my job. Hey, nurses are amazing. I'm gonna go in so I can quit. Like, she may not do anything. I tell you, she wouldn't be selling nothing. I'd be like, let me sign up for that. But with that being said, you can hear from people like myself, right? We hear from Stephon, we hear from Lakita, because we've been in the space. But what I wanted to do was use this small opportunity here before we get into the next segment of this space or this presentation. I did want to have a couple people come up that they don't even know they're coming up here. Thank y'all for just being amazing to be here. A couple people that are just regular, because I like people to hear from real people, like real results from real people. How is it going for you? What is your honest feedback, right? And from there, we're able to help, right? Help you in whatever spaces you need, as well as show others that, hey, I'm a regular person, and this is what I'm doing. So, with that being said, I'm gonna call up some random people. They don't even know. I see them in the chat. I see what they're saying. I see how they're going, and I just want them to share with you some of their experiences. And Miss Jen, you first. Come on, Miss Jen. Miss Jen is one of y'all heard about Nova Tag Berry. She's one of those people that's been in and out of some platforms before, right? So when she got in, I know she was like, wait, what's happening? It's a -$2. What's going on? She's like, wait a minute, because when you've been through a bunch of rug pulls and things like that before, you are very, very cognitive of what is what. Like, wait, what's happening now? What's this? And she hasn't been here that long. How long been here? Okay, right. She's in month 3. All right, so Miss Jen is gonna come up. I don't know what Miss Jen is gonna say. She had no idea, and I given it out. But she's gonna come up and share just from a person with with her background, with what she's been through, with where she is, how she's using OBG, and how it's working for her. Miss Jean, come on, Miss Jean.
Thank you, Lakeisha.
You're welcome, Miss Jean.
So on Telegram, my name is Miss Jen, but I am Jennifer Burks. In a previous life, I was also an RN and
Ooh, uh-oh, we know that.
mental health RN, which I retired from. And so I've done it all on Telegram, all the boards, all the scams, every scam that there have been, I think I've been in them. I've lost a lot
Me
of
too.
money, a lot of money. So as Lakeisha said, when I joined under the Dropping Jewels group.
It'll be Nicole's group.
Yeah, Nicole's group, and, but somehow Lakeisha and I hooked up, and I don't even recall how, I think Lakeisha reached out to me.
Of course.
Yes, and I, almost every day, I contact Lakeisha, most of it has been, how come I'm not making money? Where's my money? What?
Day one. Hey, I'm paying this money.
I put money in here, I wanna see money, but I was doing everything wrong. I was doing everything wrong. And Lakeisha kept telling me, but somehow that wasn't connecting. And I went to Florida with OBG and iGenius. And it was there where I saw how everyone was so motivated and so excited about it. And I was rooming with a few women who were just absolutely phenomenal. And when I told them, you know, first off, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I'm not making any money. And each one would just sit down with me and show me that this is what you need to do, this is where you need to be. They just broke it down for me. And I was like, this is the OBG family. And I realized that I'm in the right place. I'm at home. I finally found a place to be. And I made up my mind that when I got home, I was going to go through those videos that I've been paying for, that I need to watch. And I need to organize myself, which they have classes and classes on how to organize yourself. I needed to sit down and do that. And I did it when I got home. And I started with binary trading. And then I couldn't get my metaphor and how to do that. I can't get into Forex. Why am I not doing that? And I kept going to Lakeisha like, Lakeisha?
The hand on the hip. That's how I received the text message, just like that. I saw it.
And Lakeisha said, you need to be on that Sunday night call where she breaks it down. I think it's Andrea. Adrian. You need to get on that call. You have to get on that call. She will break it down for you. And finally, I got on that call.
Thank you for getting on the call. As instructed.
Oh my God. You know, hard heads.
Make soft bottom.
Yeah, and no money. That was me. Finally, I'm making money. And this week, I wish I was like you in 1 month. But finally, this week has been the best week that I have had. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting
Miss Jen, she's such a nice person. Lakeisha, now I'm doing this what they say to do. Now, okay, Miss Jen is coming. Just give it for something. Now, Alex made his first million in 7 months. That is not typical, right? But it's just going to be how much time, you know, what is the attention that's put in. When he say, well, I spent 20 hours a day. Well, we're not really going to spend 20 hours a day and get to $1 million in 7 months, right? That's not the norm. So we're more of a slow and steady. And I tell people, I have people that come out of their demo in a day. People come out of their demo in a week. Some people, go and stay in their demo for 6 months. When I met a girl named Morgan, she was in her demo for a whole year, never took a live trade. And I tell people about Morgan because Morgan, she studied US 30, which is Dow Jones, and she studied it. It moves thousands of pips a day, right? Lots of money can be made on this one, and lots of money can be lost on this one, right? So she studied for a whole year. And people like, you're paying a monthly subscription and you're not even making money? She's like, no, but I'm learning. Just like when I went to college, I spent, she said she went to college, did her 3 years, and she said, I didn't make a dime, right? Mom, how many people went to college? Right. So when you went to college and you're putting in, you're learning something, right? I didn't start, I did my bachelor's and my master's for education. I'm a teacher, I said that word. Yeah, so I'm a teacher, right? So I did my bachelor's and master's back to back. And I went to school for, I spread it out because I wanted to still be with friends, right? Because they weren't really graduating. Like you actually, if you have kids, tell them to just go ahead and get 2 degrees at one time. They'll stay with their same friends because their friends don't take 5 years on average, 6 maybe, just to get the first degree. Go ahead and knock out 2. So I really did like 5 years really for my bachelor's, master's. But nonetheless, the whole time I was going to school, I didn't make a dollar. I didn't make a dollar in education until I was 6 years and 3 months after I started, because you have to wait a month before you get your first check in education. Sometimes 2, depending on the school district. So I didn't make a dollar. So when I met Morgan, she's like, it's the same way I'm going to college. I pay to go to college. I pay to learn a skill that is going to later pay off for me. When I tell you, after she came out of that demo for a year, honey, she paid off her student loan. She bought her mom a car. She bought her car. She bought her mom a house. She bought her brother a house. So Morgan. Yeah, she did because she
need to meet her.
She mastered the skill. But how many people are willing to pay a monthly subscription for a whole year without making a dollar? Because instantly you're thinking, I put money in this, I should be getting money out right now. That is where I tell people, don't let that be your downfall. Like, well, I'm paying $175 a month. I need to be making, I'm not getting a return on my investment. But you are. You're learning a skill. And like I said, there are some people that will learn the actual skill, and then there are going to be some people that are copy pasters. Learning the skill is something you can learn. You can pass it on. You could always do it, retire, go do whatever you want, leave that job that you're not really really satisfied with, or that you are satisfied with, but you're tired of it. Work whenever you feel like it, or hey, who do you think you're talking to? I can be, just so you know. You need to check your tone. I don't know if you know, but I just did a call and I made $300. So you need to check your tone. Hey, who you think you're talking to? Right? Leave. Y'all leave. So with that, watch your mouth. So, but learning a skill, I tell people the difference is, while I go in, I take the trade. If Stephon, they say, okay, boom, we're selling gold. I'm gonna take the trade. Boom, I'm gonna go back to teaching school. Now, and then I go back, I'll look at it here and there, but I'm not really managing the trade because it's either gonna win or lose for me, right? That's just where I am. I think last week we did 46 and 6, like we won 46 signals and lost 6. So if we're winning 46 and losing 6, I'm okay with just picking up my phone and dropping in there because we're winning far more. And then the losses that we did have, technically the loss, because of the number of that we're willing to risk, would make up in one trade what I won makes up for the 6 that I would have lost, right? So just the way that Alex does the risk management. So I'm okay with that. But while I might close out my trade and make $200, someone that knows the skill, right? I come out at the first area of profit. They may stay in the trade and they may go all the way up and they may make $2,000. So that's going to be the difference in just copying and pasting and actually learning the skill. One's going to take more time than the other, right? But I'm okay. All I did was take out 10 seconds, put some in, and made $200. I'm okay with that because I didn't do a lot for that 200. Okay, so it's just really going to be depending on where you are. But that is the problem that some people find is that I need to be making some money because I put in XYZ and I need to be getting a return right now. If you look at it like how you did your college, how much money did you start making within that as soon as you started college? Because they wouldn't give me a teaching job until after I finished and had the certification and I passed, I had to have the degree and the certification before I got a dollar. So that is what you really want to look at more so than When am I gonna get my 175? I gotta pay another bill, Lakeisha. Give it a sign, Miss Jean, it's gonna come. I promise you it's gonna be. So, with that being said, I did want to have another testimony. It's gonna be Keena. You didn't know you was coming up here, but come on up here, baby. This wonderful individual. Let me tell you how I met Keena. So like Miss Jen said, she came down to Florida and she stayed in the house. Literally, we do OPG events. Our next one is in Houston. It's in October. You guys gotta come. They're life-changing. When you guys get to have all the leaders there and Alex and everything right there with you, trading live with you and walk you through everything, it's totally different, right? It's different, a different experience, and then you get to get the family feel as well. So what I do in OPG, I take strangers, right? We're strangers, quote unquote, but we're not really because we're all family, and I throw them in a house together to save money. Like, look, you know what we can do? Everybody can come. I put 10 people in this house. We got 8 bedroom over here. I did one event. We had a 20 bedroom house. We were all in there together. Everybody was in there. So it's a whole gang of strangers. And then when they get together after they leave, they are now officially family. So what I did, Kenny hit me up, said he wanted to get in the house. I was like, okay, let's do it. Boom, that's how I met him. And that is where our journey began. And he came with us to the football game. This is hard traffic. But he did everything he could to make sure he come to that football game though. But with that being said, I see him in the chat sometimes. I watched him as a young black male. I do see that sometimes that is where my connection is with some students in my class, because not all students are going to go to college. That's just going to be a fact. And some of them may go, but it's just not going to work out. So that is why I do what I do in my class, to show them that while we are trained, okay, go to school, go to college, go work for somebody, and then retire, that is not necessarily the systematic way that you have to go. So they tell me at school, they're like, they're going to Miss Kirkland, anti-college. Like, I'm not anti-college, I just am a believer and acknowledge, since I've been doing it for 17 years, that not all students are successful in college. It's just not the way that it just works out that way. But with that being said, Keenan, can you share with us whatever it is you're going to share with us? I did not set this up. It was actually Stefan's idea. Thank you. You guys give it.
So I appreciate you bringing me up here, Lakeisha. So yeah, when we first, I hit Lakeisha up, I was like, I kind of want to stay in a hotel. And then she hit me back. She was like, you know what? I think you should stay in the OPG house because you're going to be able to speak with a lot of people. You're going to be able to meet some folks, so you won't be by yourself. And I was going out to Florida by myself, so it was definitely out of my comfort zone a little bit to go to a whole nother state by myself. And I'm really glad that she really invited me and told me that I should join the house, because like now the group that we were with is like, we're a family now. You know what I'm saying? Going to the event in Florida really showed me what OPG was really about. You know, it wasn't just about money, it wasn't just about, you know, making a lot of money. It was really about helping people, making a difference, and that's really what touched me, because I'm an energy person. You know, I like really being around good energy. I like being around good vibes. And I graduated college in June. So then when I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just hop in. I graduated from show production, so all my teachers always said you'll have moments of where you won't be working, because that's just kind of how the industry works. So it's like, okay, I'm thinking sometimes I won't be working. I don't want my money to stop. So it's like I need to find an avenue where I can really still make money and not really worry about, okay, I need this next gig to come up or I'm not going to be able to make money. So that's kind of what, it's been a blessing to come across OPG. I just started my live account this week, actually. I know the potential is through the roof. And I see all these deposits in the OPG winning chat, like you were saying, it's just like, it's really inspiring to see. And it's even better, gonna be better when I can start building the team. And that's kind of what, I want to be an inspiration, like Stefan, like Alex, like Lakeisha. They're truly inspiring a whole lot of people, and I'm happy to be a part of them.
I like one thing he had said. He had said he stepped out of himself. He got away from the usual Keenan and became a new Keenan. I like that.
Okay, guys, all right. So, that's going to be us in a nutshell, right? That's kind of what OBG is doing. That's the family. We got leaders. We got this, we got that. Okay, but let's bring on the money, right? So you guys are like, okay, so we here, we got it. Okay, cool. OBG is cool. Y'all family. Y'all make sure everybody taken care of. We're going to show you how to get to the bag. That's all real good and dandy. But at this time, I do want to bring up an individual. I must say, Liz is definitely love-hate relationship happening right now. This individual, he's definitely going to be one that you will not forget. Like when I first met, I was like, who is this guy? Right? Because he's just like talking. He's like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. He had these big goals, he had these visions, and I was like, where did he come from? You know, and I was just like, you know, like kind of doing like a what? But then we actually went to an event, right? Like you said, you need to meet people, you need to learn people. We went to an event. Well, before that, I kind of accepted him. I was like, he's the new kid on the block. Okay, cool. He seems like he got it together. It seems like he's okay. Then I actually met him in person. He's the most loving, caring, giving individual. We went to the Bahamas. Oh, we didn't tell y'all guys that too. So we go to Florida and we went to the Bahamas. We just taking trips in OBG. So we went to the Bahamas, and you really get to learn individuals, right? You actually, yes, we're all working towards the same common goal, but then we also can step out and we can do it while having fun. So while at the beach, we're taking trades, right? So you can make money. So pimps by the beach, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of little slogan I'm come up with, because that's what I'm going to be doing when I retire from teaching. But this individual, his ideas are amazing. He's from Houston, Texas. Our event is going to be in Houston, so you know it's going to be everything. Put it on your calendars the weekend of October the 20th, because you're going to want to make sure you're there. This individual, though, he's full of knowledge in regards to building the business. The mindset is there. Every single time he talks, I'm always intrigued. I'm always learning something new. I'm very fascinated with the wealth of information that he does have. I'm so happy that he has joined our OBG family. He has not been in that long, but he is coming in and his team is doing phenomenal, and that is because the leadership is there. So with all of that, you guys I'm going to bring up Stephon. You guys give it up for Stephon. He's going to tell you guys.
All right, how y'all doing?